I'm a very peaceful man.
He is.
I'm a humble man. And so I don't want to invite anybody to test these hands. One word that describes how 2025 stretched you.
One thing you're deeply grateful for right now.
You, babe.
Oh, that's probably our top moment of 2025.
It
That
not
is
probably. That
that is
is.
the top moment of 2025. Go ahead, lead us
All right.
back.
Well, it's the end of 2025. Whose channel is this going on?
It don't matter.
It does. Whose show? Look, it's my show then. Say that I'm
Go
playing.
ahead.
I'm playing, babe. Nah, you the best. We the best music. All right, so it's the wrap up.
2025 wrap up for the Souffrants.
Yeah.
It's been a year.
It's been really been a year.
It's y'all about to hear. It's been a year.
You know, you can keep this in if you want, but which camera should you? I think you should look at that camera when you talk to the people. I look at that camera when I'm talking to the people.
Yeah. Okay.
And that camera's just getting both of us. Yep. All right, good. I was right. The producer said I was right. Shout out to Irv Lee Productions.
Yes.
Making us look good. And for 2026, he's going to make us look great. You feel me?
Catching all our shenanigans.
Yeah, he is, man. He a fan, though. But we love him. All right, let's get started. We're going to do something cute, babe. I'm going to ask you 5 questions.
Okay.
You can't think about it. Instant response.
Okay.
All right? You ready?
No.
Let me know when you're ready. Camera's rolling. Don't get performance anxiety now.
I mean, I'm always ready. I mean, you can go ahead and throw it to me.
Good for the cameras.
You can throw it. He can throw it to me.
We did our best work. All right, you ready? You throw it back. All right, so one word that describes how 2025 stretched you. See, look, you're not supposed to
See,
think about it.
it's supposed to be a question without the little ad libs.
I never said that. I know you made assumptions.
I didn't even hear the question properly because you just
Oh,
started.
my bad. My bad. Let's do it again.
Go ahead, yes.
I'm going to keep my tongue in my mouth this time.
Yes, please, thank you.
One word that describes how 2025 stretched you.
Wide.
See, now you playing with me.
I'm not playing with him. I am not playing with him.
You baiting me now. All right.
Just a little bit.
A moment this year that changed you. Oh, sorry. A moment this year that changed you internally. I can answer that. All our insides changed. No,
This is actually this is what actually changed a lot for me, more than I thought it would. But actually, our general contractor that worked on our house.
Oh.
And how he pissed me off.
I forgot about him.
That changed me a lot this year. That shifted a whole lot of everything else that came after that. There's a lot that changed that. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I forgot about him. Something you stopped tolerating. Something you stopped tolerating in 2025.
Ooh. Unnecessary relationships.
And we still together, right?
Yeah, we are still
Okay,
together.
good. So we necessary. All right. A strength you discovered you had.
Dang.
You do a lot of thinking.
I know. These are supposed to be rapid. These is like deep thought questions.
I mean, full transparency, you came up with them. You should have prepared Reddit first.
I sure did. I just threw it to him, and he just kind of, he's obliging to what I've asked. A strength. Oh, you know what? A strength. Listening to my husband.
I'm going to let that breathe for a little bit. All right. Number 5. Last one, babe.
Yes. Whew.
One thing you're most proud of yourself for.
Being true to myself. I mean, that never fails.
I thought you were going to say your performance at Cancun, but we'll talk about that later. All right.
That ain't for them.
I mean, I'm proud of you.
All right, let me get into my 5 questions I have from my husband, since he is him.
I'm proud of myself too.
I know
that
you
question,
are.
You already know this.
No, you don't have the same questions I have. Okay.
All right.
One word that sums up 2025 for you.
Exciting.
Look at you following directions.
I'm good at this.
The hardest lesson you had to learn this year.
Patience.
Something you had to let go of in 2025.
Oh. Procrastination.
A habit you're proud you built or rebuilt.
Now, oh man. A habit that the gym. Yeah, I'm proud of
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I was just thinking
Took me a
that.
little bit, but yeah, I'm proud of that.
One thing you're deeply grateful for right now.
You, babe.
Oh,
That's no cap, too. I'm serious.
I
Don't make me
know.
cry.
All
Got
right,
you on
let's
your
keep this
shoulder.
thing rolling, man. 2025 has been monumental for us. There's so many things that happened, and the year started off. It started off good.
Yeah.
Like it was just cool. We coasting. I mean, when you don't have many things going on, you're grateful, right? Because we have had some years.
No, facts.
Y'all
Facts.
y'all wouldn't even believe the years that we've had.
Yeah.
But my husband, being who he is, was like, you know what, babe? You know,
I feel a shift.
this is something going. This is something about 2025. I can't put my finger on it. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's just going to be different. It's going to be a shift, and I don't know in what capacity it's going to come in,
Correct.
what form it's going to look like. Just be prepared. And I'm like, cool.
Yeah, I don't think, I mean, it's hard to put into words when I get those prophetic moments, but it's just one of those things that I just knew, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? And so much has happened. We're going to try to highlight as much as we can, but truthfully, I don't even think we could remember it all off the top of our heads, and we probably should have journaled it, to be honest
It
with
would have
you.
been nice, and I think maybe moving forward we should. I think that's just a good practice. Journaling different key things that have happened. Now I did journal some things like I have a running document of all my wins, right? You know, because I feel like that's important. I feel like we go through highs and lows, and sometimes when we get to our low points, we don't often remember the high points that we have reached, right?
Yeah.
To always expect that we'll always be on that high, maybe a little bit ignorant. However, it's in those low points where we're tested to see really the the foundation of our strength, right? How far we're able to go, what we're able to do, produce, and how much resilience we even have with it. So I keep a log of those wins to help me remember, you know, what I've done, what I've accomplished, what I've been a part of, what I've contributed, or even what people have contributed to me. So it's not always something of me giving, right? But of also me also receiving as well.
I hear that. You know, I wanted to kind of go through the year and try to remember all the things that we went through month by month.
We could do that.
We probably can, but there's some things I can't remember the exact month
Okay.
when I received it.
Okay, we could talk about that, and then we can go through the month.
That works.
Okay, so what's on your mind?
I'm trying to remember when I received my black sash for Wugan Dao, for my Kung Fu, my black belt. I think that might have been August, but I can't remember the exact month. But I remember being surprised, you know, even though I've been working really, really hard, I didn't know I was going to get it then.
I think you were recognized in August. I think you received it before then.
That's possible too.
But congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you. These hands are certified.
Black belt.
And I, the reason why that was so important to me is because I really thought that I had to grow so much more. But this year, you know, we had some new students come into the school, and I started training with them, and that's really when I realized how much I knew. Because what I thought was the basics, I'm going with them. They're like, ow, or wait, slow down. I'm like, wait, this is the base. Is this the basics? Maybe I am further it, you know. So it really encouraged me, and it showed me that you really can't judge your progressions without a mark. You need a marker to see how far you've grown, you know. So I am grateful for that. But that's probably the only thing that I can't remember that I can think of now that I can't remember the exact date.
You a little strong.
Yeah, I mean the black sash is real, and I normally don't even advertise that because you know I'm a very peaceful man.
He
I'm a humble man, and so I don't want to invite anybody to test these hands. So I'm very, very peaceful.
He is peaceful.
I am.
I think people have that misconception. I feel like people always have it reversed. They're just in couples. Like usually the wife is more calm and peaceful. Now the husband's a little bit more rampant and outraged and everything. No, it's opposite. You know what I'm saying? My husband is absolutely the more peaceful, chill, calm. Now, if he gets there, I can't help you.
Yeah, you're already there.
I've already been there. So if you
Yeah.
but that's just the dynamics that we have. I've done better this year.
Amen.
I have.
Well, yeah.
I have done better.
We'll get there when we get to June.
Whew.
We'll get there when we get to June. And I mean, that far the peaceful thing, I think that's most black couples. I think the husband is more peaceful in black couples, and the wife is she the firecracker.
We're just a lot more vocal and forward.
And protecting,
Oh,
protective, very
always,
very protective.
always. The lioness always has to protect her squad.
Yeah,
So, let me just do my thing.
see it as an act of love.
Yeah.
All right, so January.
All right, let's go to the calendar because yeah, there's a lot that went on. I gotta back up.
Well, okay.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say our anniversary.
Hey, how many years?
17 years.
17 years.
So we'll be almost at 18 by the time this is released. But yeah, January pops it off.
Yeah, yeah.
We always start our new year celebrating, Haitian Independence Day,
Absolutely.
and then we go on to our anniversary.
And I do cook. I do cook the soup.
You cook the soup jumu. You do a very good
Don't
job.
come for me. Yes, I
You
do.
are officially Haitian. You had enough Haitian in you. So yeah, our anniversary for January. What else happened in January?
It's a lot going on.
Yeah, I see a lot on the
Got a
calendar.
lot on the calendar.
What's that? Oh, the Women's Expo. Yeah, we got to mention.
No. That was in. It's in March. That's for women's.
Why is that in the
It
calendar?
says a meeting.
Oh, my bad. Sorry about that.
Well, I mean, I guess moving ahead, I was actually a speaker in the only and best women's expo here in Huntsville, and I was a speaker this year, so I'm very grateful for that.
As you should be. You rocked the house. That was in March. So I guess going to order is gonna be a little issue.
It's gonna be a little issue. Oh, actually, this right here. So our son had a procedure in Birmingham for his heart to just check and see how it is. And if you guys are not privy to the information to know about our son, our fourth child, Lorenz, was born with a medical condition under trisomy 22. He has had a number of procedures and just different things. And when he was 7 weeks old, he had surgery on his heart.
Double heart surgery.
Yep. It was a procedure that they have never done together, right? Usually patients will have a particular heart condition. He had 2 heart conditions, and so they're used to patients having them separately but never together.
Yep. And
And the miracle really about that was that both heart conditions allowed him to remain stable instead of being in a critical
correct.
standpoint, from a medical perspective.
They're correcting each other.
Yes,
That's
which was
amazing.
kind of just like, wow.
Yeah.
And so earlier this year he was 6, so it had been about 6 years since we've kind of had not that we haven't had his heart checked, but there were just certain things that they just wanted to make sure was good. They haven't been in his heart for 6 years. We've been doing echoes and other things we needed to do. So had a little minor procedure. He did great. Heart is working fine. Glory to God.
Yeah. I also want to highlight that in January, I started my first year as the junior warden at my lodge.
Hey, congratulations.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
It is. It was definitely what's up. And
You still got time to be a leader?
It's quite interesting how I didn't, full transparency, didn't know it was so involved. But I stepped up to the plate. I think we had a good year. But yeah, January was the start. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is
All right.
awesome.
So January, just busy stuff. Yeah, busy stuff. Let's go on to March. February. It's always Valentine's Day.
Yes.
I don't even know what we did. We did something.
February, I feel like, was kind of slow for us.
It was.
I see a brunch in here. I don't know what brunch that was, and it's in my calendar. Apparently, I did a brunch and don't remember. Sorry, guys. If y'all was there for the brunch, let me know what we talked about, because I don't remember that brunch.
There is a brunch in there. It says brunch. I don't know. That's probably your brunch.
Yeah, I see a flight here.
That was probably you.
Did I go to Jersey?
You did.
Why did I go to Jersey?
Probably for your mom.
Probably. I don't know why I went to Jersey in February.
No, you did. I remember. For your best friend's birthday.
No, her birthday's in March.
I know. You went a little bit early, didn't you?
I don't think I did. I could have.
You did.
You know what? I think I did go out for my mom. I think my mom had
Don't tell all her business. Huh?
to look at. So yeah, I'm not gonna tell her whole business.
Don't tell all her business.
Not everything. But I think my mom had something to do
Yeah.
and I had to go up there
Oh,
for
he's
that
such a
first one. So
yeah.
I've been to Jersey like 4 times. And
You're such a great son.
I try to be excellent as a son, as a husband,
You are.
as a father,
Hmm.
as an entrepreneur, as a
Hmm.
business owner. And I'm naming all those things so that the brothers who try to act like they have too much on their plate, I can help you learn how to balance all that out.
Can.
If you register for my course, Restoring Masculinity, I don't know if we were supposed to do promos, but why
You do
not?
whatever you want to do. This is our
You
video. We do whatever we want to do. So
Absolutely. You go to lsmasculinity.com and I can really teach you how to navigate your time because I do a lot and I do it all at a high level, I believe.
yeah, you do.
You'll be the judge of that.
You do. We do. But I don't teach courses on that. That ain't my lane. So I just want that to be clear because
Yeah.
people will have a misconception if one spouse does something, the other one doesn't. I don't
Right.
know why y'all do that.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
oftentimes spouses don't do that. Now there are very few that do, but yeah, when it comes to the counseling, the coaching, the reassurance, the affirmation, that is all him. That is his lane. And if you ask me, I'm gonna point you in this direction
Yep. Yep.
because I understand my lane. But that is all him, and he does phenomenal at that.
Real
Um,
quick, let's take a quick pause. I just want to ask you a question.
yeah,
What's one thing that you're letting go of in 2025 for 2026? What's one thing you're leaving in 2025?
I can't wait. I'm excited to say this.
Okay.
This was a hard one for me. Living in survival mode.
Break that down, man.
Man, I don't think we got enough time to talk about living in survival mode. And if you felt that, like internally, whatever that is, you know what I'm talking about. You know what your version of survival mode looks like. My version of survival mode was very layered, and it actually was a block for my progression because everything that I had been working towards, everything that I had been praying about was actually already there. But because I was so inclined to my survival methods, I didn't one recognize nor appreciated, you know, what was in front of me. And I honestly wasn't even prepared to even have it because there's a certain mindset that I had to have. There's certain things, there's a certain way that I had to think, and there's a certain way I had to have my life structured. Being in survival mode, you're not structured very much. You're always just like at the brink of, it's just like it's always high stress, high this, last minute, always on the go. Now I'm still on the go. With 5 children, you just don't not do anything,
Right,
right?
yeah.
But my time with my children is more structured, right? There are seasons where we are now doing things, and there are seasons where we're not doing anything. Like right now, we're in the off season. I'm not taking you to practice when it's 34 degrees outside.
30. I wish.
I'm not.
It's like 24 degrees lately.
That
That's
either. I'm not doing that, right? But I know myself. There's certain children like who have their activities in the fall,
Yeah.
and there's those that have it in the spring. Versus, suggesting that everybody has something to do. Well, that's gonna stress me out. I've been there, done that. Can't get from one side of town to the other because our city has tripled.
Yeah, the traffic
It's
has been
been
crazy.
And I've had to try to find different ways, different routes to go to practice, still late, right? And so, instead of just stressing myself out by trying to do all the things at one time, let's create some structure, right? It's going to be okay if kid 1 and 2 are not doing anything. That's her time to build with mom. To hang out with me. Let's work on some skills that you need to work on for school while the other one's in practice. Like I learned how to balance that out better. But living in survival mode was really not it, especially where for the things I've been praying for, I had to transition out of that.
Yeah.
It wasn't serving me anymore. And when you look at your surroundings, you're really just doing yourself a disservice by being comfortable, keeping one toe in survival mode, because what you pray for doesn't include survival mode at all.
That's deep. I think so many women are going to resonate with that. If we just could spend just a little more time here, what's at least one thing that kind of helped you get out of survival mode? Just like one thing.
Whew.
Because you've handled this year with a lot of grace, including the ups and downs, and we'll talk about the downs when we get to June.
Yeah.
But you have done a lot better in, I would say, first being authentic with how you've been feeling. You haven't, to me, it didn't feel like you felt like you had to fix everything, and you found the space to reflect and express, the areas where you felt frustrated,
Yeah.
and I don't know if that's always been safe for you.
It's I am a fixer. So I'm not a complainer, right? And my husband gets on me all the time. He's like, you need to communicate more. Like you need to communicate more. Like I'm not one of those. I'm gonna say I don't communicate, but my communication comes after I've already solved the problem in my head. Like I am very much so a problem solver, right? And so getting out of that survival mode of me having to fix everything, and not just including just my husband, but also including my core people, my community, was probably one of the biggest things. Saying or suggesting or letting them know what's going on, like it's not a burden, right? Because if it's a burden, then you may not be my people.
Right.
You know what I mean? But also, as I even restructured my friendships, those who are close to me, I had to think that these are things that I'm going through are just as like it's very important to them to know, and they want to be a part, right? And I kind of do them a disservice by not including them in the process. And though I feel like I do a really really good job at problem solving, right? There are more perspectives to consider than just my own. I'm just not a party of one living on this earth. If we think about the worst thing that happens in life, which is when your time is done, how well did I do in cultivating in being a good friend or being transparent with the ones that I say I love, versus, just trying to manage this life by myself.
Right.
I think that for me, being in survival mode was just always making sure that I had everything under control, that I was able to do all these things. And even if I still had answers, let me reach out to my friend. Let me text her. Let me have a conversation with you about these things. And it wasn't burdensome, and it made me feel a whole lot better. Like I don't have to take on all of this by myself. People would give me just a different pathway to think.
Right.
And that helped a whole lot. It's like, you know what, now I don't bring everything. It's still a work in progress, right? Because most of us have lived in survival mode all of our adult life. So it's not a flick of a switch. It's not going to come off immediately, but it's something that's a work in progress. But I've been enjoying the fruits, like for real.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
I love it. All right, so let's go to March.
All right, we in March.
You went to Jamaica.
I went to Jamaica.
She went to Jamaica without me, y'all. Like a whole girls trip without me. And look. Never been on a girls trip, but when I hear girls trip, my brain go to different places, but they all vouched and said that she was good.
I was good.
Except for falling asleep on them every night.
Oh, let me tell you something about me. I'm going to go to bed every night on time. 10 o'clock, you can't find me except for in my bed. Right. But no, and that was the first time. And that was really different for us.
Yeah.
Because I've never really been on a girls trip. And then we went to Jamaica, and we had wanted to go to Jamaica together, which we'll talk about that later. No, it was a vibe. Like the group of ladies we went out with, it was cool. We were celebrating my friend's 40th birthday. It was a vibe. And I would say that's probably like part of the beginning of me kind of getting out of survival mode, and just enjoying life.
Yeah.
Enjoying life. So I truly enjoyed that. So Jamaica was a vibe.
Jamaica was a vibe.
It was. And the food was amazing. Oh my God.
Yeah, I can't wait to experience it for myself. Maybe I should do a guys trip to Jamaica. What y'all think? Or the DR. What y'all think?
I can set that up. Absolutely.
Oh, okay. You want to pay for it too?
I said set up.
Oh, okay. For sure. What else happened in March?
Man.
Man.
I see a lot of proposals. Listen, I've been writing proposals like crazy all year long.
You
I
have
can't
been.
even tell you how many proposals I've written. I'm pretty sure I've written well over $100 million this year,
Yeah,
and
I'm
there
certain you did.
are wins in there. I can't explicitly talk about all of them because they're with private clients, and that's not my lane to speak on details, certain details.
Correct.
But out of the 100 million, there definitely are some wins in there.
Yep. And I did go to Jersey to celebrate my bestie's
You did. I
40th.
told
That
you.
did
I told
happen. Sure did.
you.
Sure did.
All right. What else happened?
I think that's it
Well, we
for
had the women's expo.
Women's Expo. That's right.
That was really really dope. Shout out to Tiffany Draper. Love her. She selected me as one of the panel members,
Yeah.
and we had a good time. I always love supporting women-owned businesses. I love supporting small businesses. That's just my bag.
Tiffany's amazing though.
She
Tiffany
is.
is she is definitely one of a kind.
It's my girl.
I don't want to jump ahead, but when did we do the 40 under 40? That
Oh,
after the Women's Expo?
that's in May.
Okay, good. Well, let's continue
He's
then.
jumping ahead.
I am. So April was your birthday.
April was my birthday. I don't even remember what we did. We just chilled. I'd be chilling.
Well, we chill on your birthday, but that same week you had GovCon.
I did go to GovCon in Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Yes, you did.
I did. We always have a great time at
See, you've been
GovCon.
out here. You just been living your best life without your husband. Like, oh my goodness.
Don't even say that. I live it with my husband.
You know, went to Jamaica, then you go to Virginia.
You
And
know.
I can't say that because I be in Louisiana all the time.
He does. He does. We skipped something though. Actually, before I even went, so there's a couple things that happened in April before my birthday. One, shout out to the Wrights, Lorenzo and Sarah Wright. I actually
out to the
participated as a speaker in
That's right, the 360.
yes, the Right Way 360.
Yes.
And we were at Alabama A&M University this year. So shout out to the Wright family. Love you guys too.
Yeah, they're the best. You know, I'm going to have them as guests on my podcast next year.
should.
Absolutely.
You should.
Absolutely.
Man,
You know what? Not saying that a lot. I need to get Tiffany on here too.
you can. You should.
I will. Yeah.
You should.
I'm gonna holler at her.
But that was a vibe. And actually, April actually began the month of our renovations.
So that's what we got approved for the windows?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me tell y'all. So 2024, actually 2023, me and the wife was having a lot of conversations about a lot of different things.
Yes.
And I remember telling her, all right, for these things to get done, we got to work on our credit. Now, I did my due diligence all of 2024. When I tell y'all I was working on my credit, I mean, I was making payments on time, double payments. Like, I was doing the whole work. My credit was going crazy, right? But it's,
Wait. You shouting out a name that ain't no sponsor.
oh, yeah, you're right. They're not sponsoring
They're
us.
not. We use the software.
Yeah, you're right. I used an app that was tracking my credit score. But it wasn't my official credit score, right? Because of how this app particularly works.
If you know, you know.
So I wasn't completely sure, but it was at the Women's Expo
Yes.
that you found this company
I did.
for windows.
Did.
And, you know, she's talking about these windows, and, you know, the queen wanted a new car. And I'm like, well,
I want a lot of
you know, we
things.
get these windows, we might not be able to get this car. But we can see, I mean, if you really want it. And if you know my queen, she don't like nothing cheap. So they pulled up to the crib, did an amazing presentation. You know, they done sold me with the infrared heat or whatever it was. I'm like, oh, yeah, you can't really feel the heat. So they kind of got me. So I'm like, yo, how much is it going to be? They were like, you know, a couple bands, like 30-something. I said, I almost choked. I almost passed out, y'all. I almost was laid out on the floor. So I told the lady to leave. I spoke to the wife. I said, look, it ain't about the amount. I'm grateful to say I knew we could afford it. That was not the question. Now, I didn't have 30 bands on the spot. Let me be clear. But I knew that I could afford it. But I had to ask her, like, it might delay some things. Are you okay with that? Do you think it's worth it? And she said yes. So she said yes, and you said yes. I said, all right. And they came back. I said, all right, run my credit. Ain't gonna lie. I didn't believe it wasn't gonna happen, but I didn't have the faith that it would. in limbo or just in between. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? But then we got approved.
Hallelujah.
And when we got approved, I told her that that was either your birthday gift or your Christmas gift. It was one of the gifts. I counted it, okay?
He made sure I knew that it was whatever gift it was.
Yeah,
Check. It
right.
probably was my Christmas gift.
Probably.
It's a big
And that started a chain reaction of things that I guess we'll get to. Well, I guess we could talk about it because I also increased my credit limit beyond that.
yes.
After that, we practiced some of the principles we learned financially.
Yes.
And we put it to the test, and it worked.
Man,
Man, did it work.
it worked.
So, yeah, you're right, babe.
It did work.
April was a really, really good month.
April, yes. And another thing I actually forgot for April when I was at GovCon, I actually won a grant.
You won a grant at
I
GovCon.
did win a grant. I won a $2,500 grant. Shout out to Dr. Rosario in Virginia. We had to write an essay and some other things, but I was the one that was chosen.
Yeah.
And they made me speak, and I cried because my grant was about my son. So I'm you talk about my son, I'm gonna immediately cry every
Absolutely.
time. I don't even know what I was saying. I was up there just crying, boo-hooing. But I was so grateful. And that catapulted a couple things for me, which we'll talk
sure
about
did.
later.
It sure did. So, and April is technically the real New Year, by the way.
It is
For those who know,
Aries Nation.
Well, spring, but yeah, we could say Aries. Aries does start it. I mean, I'll give it to y'all. You know what I mean?
Best sign out there.
The Sagittarius. Best sign out there. What to say about
you know
April?
what? Something we also did too. Actually, going back in March, so we actually got a cleaning company.
So that did start in March.
Yes.
Okay.
To come clean our house, right? Y'all probably y'all telling a lot of details, but a lot of people tell y'all a lot of fake stuff, fluff stuff. You know, with the Souffrant, you don't have to worry about that. Like,
that's right.
We just tell it like it is. And the only reason why is, one, we're giving God glory through all of this, right? Because there's somebody who is praying for these things for themselves.
That's right.
Because we were on the other side as well, praying for these things as well.
That's correct.
Right. We're talking about all these big financial things that we are doing and taking a part of, right? But if you look at 2022, 2023, and sometimes 2024, it didn't quite look like that. Not even close,
Not even
right?
close.
But there's some principles of discipline that had to take place. There is some structure that definitely had to take place that we implemented. Was it the easiest? No. Especially as a wife and your husband tell you no, I'd be like, what do you... Like, what do you mean no? Like, you're telling me no? The one who birthed all your children? Like, all 5 of them? And you're telling me no? I had to tuck my tail, and I had to lead. And I felt like God was kind of like, Abby. Right, I had to follow. He said, there, not that there can't be 2 leaders, but I'm going to need you to sit this one. Not even sit this one out. I'm going to need you to fall back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And to get me to fall back is only but so many people, places, or things that can do that.
Facts.
God being one.
Facts.
So that's why I fell back, and that's why I was telling all my friends this year we're listening to our husbands. And it's funny, right? Because I don't want people to take it the wrong way, like I'm controversial, drama filled or anything like that.
Oh,
like,
no, you're none of those things.
It's nothing like that, but when you get to a point where
you can be stubborn.
Oh, I have been stubborn. Absolutely. I've absolutely been stubborn, but my husband's telling me, I got this. I'm fall back.
Yeah. And I think for husbands, you have to deliver. You can't, you can't make that type of claim or suggestion and not deliver, and I'm not talking about perfection, but you can't drop the ball because it will lead to distrust. If you have a plan, you got to research, you got to execute it, make sure that it's going to work to the best of your knowledge. And if it doesn't work, it has to be a curveball, something completely out of your control.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're only going to, lead your wife down the wrong way. And as a leader, whether it works or doesn't work, you have to take full responsibility. Mm-hmm. So keep that in mind.
Absolutely. So that's what really catapulted, because it was like, I'm doing all these things, he's doing all these things, we're tired, we're working, we're burnt out a little bit. Um, we have a lot on our plate. But he's like, he tells me all the time, you're choosing your burnout.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you were.
I said, oh, I'm choosing my burnout. He's
She
like,
she's priv-
you
you're
choose.
privileged.
I'm privileged, and I never thought about that.
Yeah.
That's one of those attacks on, living in survival mode. I got privilege.
Right.
I've been living like I've been hustling like this like all my life.
Right.
Why all of a sudden are you suggesting that I'm privilege? Like, where is privilege, right? So there were key conversations that we would have that would cause me to pause and just think like, it's not what I'm perceiving.
Yeah.
What I'm perceiving, our current condition is not what we're in right now. We ain't got like 9 figures in the bank,
Right.
but do I have to have 9 figures in the bank? Because there's a wide range that exists before you get to 9 figures
Yes, sir.
that is still satisfactory. And I had to take a real look at our situation and be like, I think I'm being a little brat. I might be a
Yeah.
little ungrateful.
Yeah. Yeah.
I might not know my buying power that I'm just wasting, to be honest. Let me chill. Let me chill. Let me because my husband, what he says is what he does. If he couldn't deliver to that magnitude, he wouldn't bring it to the table for me.
Right.
Because I do trust him to have our best interest at heart at all time. And his work ethic and his leadership I see it daily. And because I see it, I had to learn how to lean in it and trust it. Otherwise, why would I marry this man? Now, granted, it's been built over the years, right?
Yeah.
Because we got married very, very young. So,
I'm about to say this 17 years in.
so
God.
I mean, after 17 years, if you ain't figured it out, but that may be somebody's situation. It's not like it can't transition. It absolutely can.
Absolutely.
It all goes back to the mindset. It all goes back to which is your lane.
That's
but for
my lane.
me, I had to check that,
Yeah.
right? So along with checking that, trusting my husband, let me tell you what he did to me.
What I do to you?
He gave me his credit card.
Worst decision of my life. No, I'm joking. Now I want to make
Let
sure.
me tell y'all, he
she
gave
wanted
me his
nothing.
credit
She was in
card.
need of nothing.
He said, I need you to trust me, and then gave me his credit card. It's still in my wallet right now.
Yeah, and she used it too.
I sure do. The first thing I swipe, he said he got me. Clank.
She used
Thank you,
it.
Jesus.
But I do want to say when we were in the hood, broke before we had anything, that was really the beginning. I remember telling her, while we was in the hood, I said we're not going to leave here till we buy a house. And years went by, and she didn't fully believe. Who wants to live in the hood? But it was the perfect position. We were safe for whatever reason. They loved us. We had no issues, but we had to get certain things in order. And literally, we went from that apartment complex to a house. And then I'll have other plans of the vision. I'm like, baby, you got to trust me on this. And it might be difficult for her because you have to put things in order. You got to remember, we don't come from money. You know what I mean? I mean, if she got a trust fund somewhere, I don't know about it. I didn't come with a silver spoon. My mom wasn't broke, but she wasn't rich. You know what I'm saying? So we had to build a lot of things on our own. And starting from the bottom, it requires a certain mindset, right, which is my lane, to build. So I understood why it was difficult, but I also understood what I was doing, which is hard to communicate in a way that would get you to trust me. But, year 17,
We did it, Joe.
yeah. Another thing about March that I forgot was I went on Nita Love's podcast, Sex Vacation.
Yeah, yes.
That's what connected me back to Irv.
Yes.
And so in April, bringing it back to April, we did our first production, which led to the increased quality. Yeah.
You did, because it was on my birthday.
Yeah, that's right.
I remember.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it was, man, April was packed, man.
It was a lot we did. We did a lot in April.
April was the beginning of a lot.
I feel like there's more But I mean, listen,
There could be. I did go to
it's
Jersey again.
it's okay. It is a okay.
Yeah,
Let's move into May. Let's move into
man.
May. So, um, in the month of May, I was honored with an award, top 40 under 40 in
Yes.
Huntsville, Alabama.
Let's go.
I was shocked. I was great. I'm very grateful.
Yeah.
Um, it was great. It was great. Cause you know it.
Well, tell them about it first, because they
Okay,
might not know.
so top 40 under 40, top 40 like business owners or just top 40 leadership people in leadership in our area. And Huntsville, Alabama is it's a little city, but it's a big city now, and there's a lot of heavy hitters in this city, right? So they're wanting every year they acknowledge through their publication top 40 business owners and leaders in our area that are under the age of 40. So I was on that list this year.
Wow. Congratulations, babe.
Thank you.
That is so amazing. And I mean, heavy hitters. We were meeting with people from all types of businesses.
All walks of life.
Yeah.
It was wonderful because they had I guess they had like a kickback. They had like a little
Like a
event,
recognition,
a recognition,
celebration type
yeah,
thing.
celebration, and it was nice meeting a lot of the people there. I mean, you don't know who you don't know.
Right.
You know it. I had already started the process of getting comfortable in rooms that I just don't know anyone in. But I also champion being in rooms that you're not the smartest person in.
Facts. Facts. So yeah, you did that top 40. Congratulations.
Yeah,
That's
top 40
beautiful.
was one of my just key moments, honestly, for this year. If you, I know we're going to get to when our top moments are for this year, but that was a big one for me. You know, because sometimes you just don't know how well you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, it's not something that you can vote yourself in. It's more so that there has to be someone that recognizes your effort, your work ethic, your leadership, what you do for the community, and I'm just grateful.
Yeah, you deserve it. I mean, you've been, since the pandemic, you have been giving business ideas for a long time, trying to just giving game to the community. Then you got into government contracting, what I'll say 2022, 2023, somewhere around there, maybe even 2021 for all I could remember.
Actually, no, it started actually in 2020.
It started in 2020.
Yeah.
Wow, so 2020 was an impactful year.
It was.
And so ever since then, I mean, you've really been killing the game. And even now, you're about to start your own stuff weekly. And
Man.
so, I mean, you deserve it. I mean, for me, when you got it, I wasn't shocked. I was happy. But I was surprised. I mean, I think you demonstrated your value in the business world here in Huntsville. People, when it comes to government contracting here, people think of Abby Souffrant. Period. So good job, babe.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
I'm still trying to take it all in. Like, I just do my part and keep it moving.
Well, I'll help you later on.
Thank you, honey.
Um,
What else we got
what else
going
happened in May?
on? Um,
Why am I at the hotel here?
I don't know.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah,
This might have been
is that
my
a wedding?
staycation.
Oh, that's one thing we did a lot this year.
Yeah,
We did
a
a lot of
staycation.
staycations. Y'all better get into doing staycations.
Yeah. So the way that the staycation works is that one of us is staying at the hotel, but we visit we visit each other, while the other one goes back and forth, taking care of the kids, but then visiting, and taking care of the kids. So it was a way that to make sure that one of us kind of is just recharging and resting and, just not having to really be a parent for real. But it's really cute also because we get to, dress up and
Yes.
go on dates. I don't know what she's wearing. She don't know what I'm wearing. And so it kind of keeps that spark going as well. And it gives us the chance to kind of test different hotels here in Huntsville.
Right, because we had so many new hotel chains that have kind of just popped up. So we're like, I'm all for staying at a brand new hotel.
Yeah.
Like, listen, anybody been in here? Okay, great. It's perfect. Smells new,
Yeah.
beds new. Everything may not be perfect, but that's okay. I'm really here just for. I could just stay in the room the whole time and be okay. I don't
Right.
have to go out and do different things, but we definitely have had our fair share of hotel stays this year.
Absolutely. Wait till
Because
we get to June, though.
we might as well go ahead and lead into June. I mean, May was great. End of the school year, our kids did wonderful in school. We're
They
always
did,
so proud of
as
them.
per usual.
Um,
So
but man,
June popped off with the Next Level Conference, and they're not a
mm,
sponsor, but shout out to the Next Level Conference. I
yes,
volunteered for my big bro Jeremy Anderson, and it was an amazing conference with E.T. there, Inky Johnson, Daryl Anderson as well, a whole bunch of people. But I was able to be one of their small group facilitators,
yes,
and it was quite humbling because I truly came to serve. Whatever Jeremy needed, I was there for that, and I wanted him to know that. I wanted the team to know that, and I was bouncing around. I was doing a whole bunch of stuff. But for me, it was
wait. Before you even get into it, because I know you're going to talk about this experience, let's talk about where you were last year when you came to volunteer for the conference.
where was I last year when I came to volunteer?
Last year was a struggle year.
Oh, so all right.
Man,
So last year we was brokety broke,
five broke.
like for real broke. And honestly, Jeremy had no idea. Nobody in the team knew. I didn't tell anybody. But I had enough to get a room, but I had literally no money to get a meal. I brought peanut butter and bread with me to eat as my meal. So he would feed his volunteers, so that's how I ate. And then he has really good people in his community that would sponsor the meal for everybody. And that's how that was also another way that I ate. But they had no idea that I had no money. But I wanted to serve. I believe in the community. I believe in the value that it brought. I believe there's even some things I still had to learn. And getting around people of like-mindedness, it really does matter. And that was a sacrifice, man. It truly, truly was a sacrifice.
It was, and you did it.
Yeah.
And I mean, we talk about being broke. It's just enough to handle whatever we had going on, and there was nothing extra.
Yeah.
There was nothing
Literally.
extra.
And this year being so different because while we were at the conference, we were also getting our house renovated.
Yes.
So it's like a complete 180.
And we were all, the whole family came to
Whole
Atlanta.
family came to Atlanta.
So we all were in Atlanta. So if when you go out of town,
Yeah.
them expenses become real.
They hit different.
It's me and the 5 children
Jesus Christ.
are coming to town.
And we still, we have a problem. Because we found the Atlanta to go to.
We did.
Oh, I shout out a brand. Bleep that out because they're not sponsors. But we found our favorite restaurant in Atlanta.
We did. We did.
What is wrong with us?
And we went.
And we went. Yes, we did. But yeah, so the renovations were supposed to be done by the time we got back, and they were not. So we ended up staying at one hotel
To another.
to another. I had to go to Louisiana for some Masonic event. Came back, ended up staying at a friend's house.
Bless their heart.
I mean,
shout out to my friends.
yo, you know who you
Shout
are,
out to our friends.
and I'm only not shouting y'all because I don't know if you want us to.
Right.
But you
Right.
held it down. You a real one.
Yes. Like
All
those are
seven
the
of us.
friends that they can ask for almost anything
Yeah, and it's a yes.
within reason, and it's a yes.
Yeah, they really held us down.
And I mean, they ain't doing too bad, because if you able to take in 7 people in your house and nobody got to switch rooms, I'm just saying.
I mean, that's a fair point.
They was
They doing okay.
We was comfortable.
And they about to do better.
Yes, they are.
They about to do a lot better.
It's all about the company you keep.
It's a fact. But during our renovation process, that was supposed to be so exciting.
Yes.
Let me just say this. We have always been the type of people that want to look out for our own first. We hired a contractor who looks like us, talked a good game, but it became evident that he didn't know what he was doing. And there'll be little things like, for example, we got new floors, and we built a wall, and we needed some like paint, because of the wall. And he'll put the new floors down before painting the walls, and I didn't understand why he was doing that. We got both of our bathrooms renovated. Bathroom in our master, and the other bathroom. And in our master bathroom, he didn't cover any of our stuff. I mean, literally full of dust and debris all over the place. He got paint on our new floors. Um, I mean, I could go on and on. The paint job wasn't even good. He got paint all on our window trimmings and act like he didn't know what was going on. He broke our first toilet. Like, oh man, he was just
He scratched my brand new windows,
he
and I
scratched our brand new
almost
35, however much, 30 something $1,000
it don't
windows.
even matter. It could have been $3.
Yeah,
I almost wore an orange jumpsuit in June. I almost risked it all.
yeah.
I almost did.
She was
By
livid.
the great, yeah. This is where I definitely had. This was a pivotal moment because I know I was very upset about what was all going on. Number one, I said I'm in the wrong industry because if this is what y'all producing and charging this amount of money, I'm in the wrong industry.
Right, right.
Because if you do piss poor work and blah blah blah, and this is what you charge. Oh yeah, I can do this.
Yeah.
But my integrity is a little bit too high. It's not a little bit too high. It's high for the work that I produce. But even with that, there were so many red flags along the way. Even like today, when I was in the pantry, I could still see the blue wall. How could he try to say that our paint was cheap? My paint was cheap. You know how much money we paid on this paint?
It was not cheap.
Because paint ain't cheap.
We intentionally got the paint that you could just wipe the stains off of because we have 5 kids. That ain't cheap paint. But I remember we had a lot of conversation because in the midst of all that, also bought her a brand new Mac, and I brought her a new vehicle.
He did.
And so for me, we had a lot of conversation about just gratitude because, yeah, they did a terrible job. There's no question about it.
Terrible.
But they did a decent enough job where we were able to come up after them, get some of the paint off. But there was also other blessings happening. And you know, as humans, we have a tendency to magnify the bad so much higher than the good. When I say she got a new Mac, I mean the newest model.
So, yeah.
Brand new, out the store.
We were in the hotel because we had came back from Atlanta. It was one of
Yep.
the hotel stays before we stayed at our friend's house.
Yeah.
And my Mac, the screen just went black.
Yep.
And I didn't understand because I'm like, I didn't do anything different. It's in a case, blah, blah, blah. He just said, all right, cool, let's just go get another one.
Let's get another one. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Like, she just landed a major contract.
I did.
And she had work to do.
I had work to do.
All right. And I say that humbly. Like, I don't want to make it sound like I'm balling because y'all can still support a brother by hiring me for all types of speaking engagements as well as some life coaching services. Your boy, you know what I mean? But we were in a position where I was able to afford that and provide that for her.
At that moment, we stopped what we were doing and went to go grab that.
Yeah,
and that was great.
Yeah.
Paid in full. And the lady was trying to sell us something. That was also a learning moment for me because we were at the Mac store, and we told her which one we needed. I gotta have the big screen. First of all, I already can't see. All right, I need the biggest screen you can give me, ma'am. Whatever you got in store, the biggest screen you can give me, and that's I need something fast because I'm downloading these contract files, and they are heavy. They are loaded. Right, so I need something that's gonna. I need a lot of storage space. No, I'm not gonna connect to the cloud. Right, everything I probably should be doing, I'm not doing just yet. Right, remember we're listening to our husbands, but it's we got to do one step at a time. Okay, so, and so she is, and this was a learning moment for me, even for business. And I know she wasn't doing it intentionally. She was doing what she was taught.
Right.
She was still selling us the model. And my husband had the card out ready to swipe.
Yeah.
There are some people who are already they have
Yep.
that you have something that they need and they can't waste time.
That's right.
And so their ability to move forward is right there, and you're too busy trying to still sell them without picking up on the cues that they are already ready.
Yeah, you're right. Cause we were ready to go. Like, time is money. We're like, yo.
Because we had something to probably do.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you have this in stock? I really don't care what color it is.
Right.
I need it in stock.
We're like the ideal customer at that moment. We want
Yes.
your highest product right now in stock. So,
but we did that grateful to God for that. But it through all these moments, there's always so many lessons. And even when things are favorable or unfavorable, that how we respond
That's right.
lets us know where we are, right? Because we can say, oh, I'm not like that, or I'm humble. I'm humble, very humble, but you remind people that you do things every week.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know if that's a humble thing, right?
Correct.
Nobody asked you. Um, or I'm this and that, but you remind people that you do these things. Like there's a certain way that you can do and you can live, and nobody has to know about it,
That's right.
right? It doesn't have to be publicized. I know we live in a very digital world right now, and a lot of people, creators, put all their business out there. It's not, one, it's not for everyone, and
That's right.
and two, it may not give the results that you assume it would.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also telling of who you are and where you are in your own journey.
And what you value.
Yes.
You know, that boy was crazy. We beer cans in the house. I mean, he was terrible.
I mean, I had to call a friend. I had to phone a friend. I had to phone a friend. Actually, I'll shout her out. Tanika in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, also known as Lady Carpenter. And I had to have a conversation with her because she's also a general contractor. And I just said, hey, listen, what do I do about this?
Mm-hmm.
And she gave me some phenomenal advice.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay, well, you gave me about 5 things. My contractor is not competent. So I have to choose the best 2 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I had to live with the fact that he probably is not going to be able to finish the job the way I need him to, but I need him to get out my house.
Straight up. No,
I
that's
need
real.
you to get out my house. I need to, and he said they have like a, not like a policy, but they don't clean up the construction site when they're finished.
I
said, what? I almost went to jail again.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Sir. So, me in true fashion, I'm just going to deduct the cleaning fee since that's what you don't do.
Right.
All of a sudden he came by. I bet you did. But, there's a certain way you do business.
There was things ruined that we just had to throw out. But even then, thinking about it now, I don't miss any of the things we threw out.
We don't.
I can't even remember what we threw out. So we just we were that blessed, honestly.
Yes, yes. And I think some of that fight, again, coming out of survival mode of, oh, they did this and they did that and he ruined this and he ruined that. All of those things are replaceable.
Mind you, she's usually the one trying to buy new things. But for some reason, I know why. I remember why.
What happened?
We got approved for the HELOC. And for whatever reason, you were hyper focused on being a good steward of that money.
Oh, because I didn't want to mess it up.
And I never thought we could. I remember thinking we're in a season where we can handle it. But I guess that's what you mean by survival mode, because I was not concerned about us messing it up. I felt like we've grown to a point where we can handle this. It's going to be okay.
Because I felt like I was a bad steward of picking this bad contractor. But, you're like, you wouldn't have known because we did our due diligence as best as we could to choose our contractor.
That's right.
We cannot determine what their work ethic, what how the finished product is going to look like. That was out of our control.
Yeah.
And I really did feel bad because I'm like, listen, we got some bread now, just a little bit. We got a little bit more than crumbs. Probably got a slice of bread right now, and that's fine. But for me, I didn't want to use it on anything that was not going to be in line with the plan that we had.
Right.
I wasn't going to. I didn't want to waste that. Now I can waste some money.
Yeah.
This is just called a spade a spade. I can waste some money.
Okay.
It's not even wasting. I could put it to use in other ways that probably are not the most favorable for my husband. But everybody in the family always benefits. However, no, I did not need another pair of black shoes, right? They're different. They're closed toe and it's the wintertime. It's different. Ladies, you guys understand, right? I know you understand.
Yeah, the ladies get it. Ladies get it.
But I felt like it was I had to do my due diligence in making sure that the growth that I have made also reflected in those decisions, right? But as you always remind me, we are judged on our decisions from the littlest of things to the biggest of things, right? And so again, getting out of that survival mode, I had to make sure I started changing some of these small behaviors,
Mm.
these small transactions to, a couple stores that be in the outlet malls. I'm not going to name them, but you will
Mm-hmm.
see them often on a credit card.
I've seen her.
He has, but
I've seen her.
he has. The transaction did go through, and I left with all my bags. However, um, micro lessons that we
Yeah.
had to learn along the way, which were really, really key, and really through this whole experience with our contractor, it was like, sir, I'm not. I told my husband I can't speak to him. I
Yeah.
didn't speak to him not one time. Now he would be at
She's
work
talking about the
doing.
contractor. She didn't speak to the
He
contractor.
Yeah, because he had to speak just only to my husband because it wasn't going to be nice. What I would say, and granted, we are in the South, but I'm also from Jersey, where we have very strong language,
Yeah.
very strong opinions,
Yeah.
and it didn't matter because at this time I felt like you were jeopardizing things for my family.
Right.
Right, your home is your sacred place. That is your sanctuary. That is your palace, right? That is
Absolutely.
that is your space, your sacred space. And I just felt like he was violating. So for me, where I come from, when you violate someone's sacred space, you get
You
handled.
get handled. Not to mention, we didn't plan on spending that much money on hotels.
Not at all.
But you also have to remember that, and I maybe didn't come to mind, but I'm glad it didn't come to mind. Maybe, but yeah, we were spending money on the HELOC to renovate our home, but we were also still making money business. I maybe, and that's I'm looking at the work I had to get done. I knew we were
Yes.
going to be fine financially. I'm like, whatever we're going through right now, we can afford this, and it's not even really tapping into that money for real. For real, we could have did
Yes.
this without the HELOC, you know.
Yeah.
So, but once again, I still think you handled it well because you didn't suppress your emotions. I
Oh
didn't
no,
want you
I
to.
let my husband have it, and he was
Yeah.
he's like, "What? Everything that's wrong, write it in a text message." I'm like,
And
Aaliyah,
send pictures.
it's a 4-page letter
You know?
minimum, and I'm not enclosing it with a kiss.
Right.
More like some cuss words. Let me just be honest,
Yeah, yeah.
because again, and I have a son who is medically disabled,
Right.
and you want me to put him in a situation that is very unfavorable for him.
Right.
I feel like I'm being attacked, right? But I would say I think I passed the test.
Yeah, I think you did
I
well.
passed the test because I passed the torch. Again, communication, not being in survival mode and handling it all on my own. I passed the torch to my husband because he was the more suitable person to handle the situation. Now, when he got on the phone with him and started talking, and I hear the conversation, I had to go away because I couldn't be around to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
But I trusted that my husband would handle it to the highest of integrity and for the best interest of our family. And he did. And eventually he was gone and done. And then I ended up putting my little last minute spiel on it with some money coming back because you didn't do what you say you was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And we have closed that chapter. And I'm even proud of myself because I didn't even blast him on socials.
Right.
I didn't put the company out there, nothing. So they better be grateful.
July was our Orlando trip, right? Our family
We
vacation.
did. We did family vacation.
Whole bunch
Lorenzo's
of other things. I
birthday.
joined the Red House. For those who know, you know. But then Lorenzo's birthday
Lorenzo's birthday.
during family vacation, right?
Oh,
No.
oh, yes. Well, so our favorite nurse.
Yeah, that was a sad time. So Lorenz has a private nurse that he had for years,
5 years.
and she had to take another job because the company that we were using to get his services wasn't paying her enough. That was a really, really, really sad chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really sad chapter.
Mm-hmm.
But we made it through,
We
and
made it
we
through.
still talk to her. You know, she still checks on Lorenz.
Oh yeah, he is like her baby. So
Yeah,
she still checks on him to this day. I
right.
think I talked to her last week. Um, and so what was interesting, and I think it was actually at that moment when
You recognize the season we were in.
I finally recognized
Yeah.
the season we were in.
Yeah.
And so again, coming out of survival mode, not that her role was in the way of anything, but there are certain things that have been with you. There are certain people, there are certain agencies, there are certain roles, there are certain jobs, there are certain things that have been holding you and sustaining you for a very long time that their time is up,
Time is up.
whether it's good or bad. And I think sometimes when I say getting out of survival mode, we always think about the bad things. There's also some good things that are there that we also need to elevate to another level.
Absolutely.
You know, what
Absolutely.
has been sustaining us right here has been great, but one, we've been praying for something else, and that something else comes with new rules and
Yeah.
instructions. It comes with new people.
Absolutely. I always say, just because it's beneficial doesn't mean it's necessary. That's one code that I live by. And the other code is you have to learn how to get rid of the good to accept the great. And so there are good things you just have to release. It's over. They did what they needed to do. Have to let it go for the great. And it doesn't have to be bad blood. You don't have to wait until it becomes toxic or bitter. It's over.
But I think that's the mindset that I have always been in, is because if we're transitioning into something else, it is because something stopped working.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I
That's
shouldn't
not how
buy.
prosperity works.
It's not, because I only get another car because my other car finally died. Now that might be a more so us being either a good steward of our money, but we were also very, very broke at the time, so it was like it is what it is. But
And our other car's still working, by the way, in case y'all
yeah,
wonder.
it still works.
We got 3 vehicles. Let me
So
chill.
it's
Going
about to be
crazy
4.
right now. I heard you.
But
I heard. Don't think I didn't pick up on that.
dang, I forgot my train of thought because you play too much.
Oh,
Play too
you're
much.
talking about how
Sure.
your old way of thinking was it had to stop working before you let it go.
Yes. You know, some things don't have to break for you to move on to the next level.
That's a fact.
Or to upgrade it, right? My MacBook actually still works. It's just the screens. We have it connected, so I have to have a monitor now
Yeah.
to still use it. And I could have used the monitor to do all my work, because I had to retrieve my passwords. It wasn't no way.
Yeah,
There was no
yeah.
way.
That's a
You're
fact.
asking way too much of me. You believe too much of me to think I'm going to remember passwords, but there was a point in time in our life where that would have been the only option versus us going to the store and go swipe a card and go get it, right? But at that point where our nurse had said, and she didn't want to tell me, but we already knew what it was, and it was no bad blood, but the chapter of our life together in this way was coming to an end. And at that moment is when I would say I fully accepted the new chapter we were in.
Yeah.
And what it would take. So at that point, really even backtracking a little bit to June, I actually stopped doing a lot of things in my business.
That's right.
I took a break. I took a hard break.
Yeah.
And my business is still functioning, it's still working, it's still operating. But I wasn't as visibly seen online like people are usually used to seeing me. One, there were a lot of things going on behind the scenes, good things. Two, I wanted a chance to actually live what I actually said what I wanted to do. I wanted to have a business to have time to be with my family, right? So I did just that.
Yeah.
At all the hotels we were at, the kids went to every pool that was there. You know, we did a lot of eating out, right? There's a lot of running around. There's a lot of shared space, you know, so it's hard to do meetings and client work unless you go to other rooms or other business center areas that are in the hotel, which I did when it was necessary. But, you know, you're still in a shared area. It's not your own. So I didn't want to be too far away from the kids, even though they were still with you.
Yeah.
You know, you were still working as well. So we're just very mindful of what that time frame looked like. And you didn't want to overextend your time because there might be something the other one has to do. And so timeliness was key. But the work continued. It just, I wasn't visible. And I'm still not really that visible to this day. Now coming up soon.
Yeah.
You will see a lot more of me.
Absolutely.
But I've just been living. And to be honest, when you do the work, when you do great work, your clients will always find a way to get in contact with you.
That's a fact.
Now, a bad version of me, I'm going to talk about myself just a little bit, right? I'll have my socials up. I'll have my website. There may or may not be contact information how to get in contact with me. There may or may not be. And you'll hear it. You have to have ways for people to buy from you to do different things. Yes, but I have always been, and it's a street code. Like if they want it, they'll find a way to find me. They'll find a way to pursue me. Right? I'm not that hard to get to, but I wasn't making it easy for them to get to me. So in this time frame, really from June to now, I have had the most successful client reach out than I've had in the existence of the entire business.
Right, that's true.
And I did no extra work.
That's true. But I also think that's a principle because there's a point where you stop chasing.
Yep.
Because one of the things I kept trying to drill in your head and in your heart and in your spirit was you're not doing this alone. And you really don't have to ever work a day in your life if you didn't want to. And I know that was really hard for you to believe and understand. And I had to prove it to you. And I know there's a lot of women now who wish they could say that. But I also find, talking to other brothers who are in my position, their women still were going to find something to do. It's just, you marry the right one, she's not going to be lazy per se. But not like I didn't want you to do anything. I never want you to stress about anything.
Yes.
Because I'm carrying the weight. And when the more you pulled back, the better your clients became. Because you stopped chasing the low-hanging fruit and started going for quality. And so I think that is a business principle that we could break down another time.
For sure.
But I see that. I see the correlation here because you did the work. You've demonstrated. You've proven yourself. And in 2025, we call this our winning season. Like 2025 has been nothing but W's. Like all across the board. And this video is already long enough, so I kind of want to speed up a little bit. I want to talk about our family vacation, though, in Orlando.
Oh, yeah.
We had a blast.
We did.
We got to have a lot of adult fun, but our kids got to
Have
hang
kid
out.
fun.
Yeah.
All they did was spend time with cousins in the pool.
Yeah.
Then aunties would cook. They take a break. Be back in the pool.
Yep. That's all they did.
Right. Came to a certain point in the night. Dinner time. Everybody go take a bath. Everybody get in the bed.
Yep.
And that's when the teenagers was in the pool.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. They did their thing. They hung out, did their thing. And then after teenagers were done,
Old folks went in the pool.
then the old lady gang went to the pool. So those of us who are our age, we like, when we going to get a chance to go in the pool? Y'all wait till it's like almost midnight.
Yeah.
It's already past my bedtime, so I'm hanging on by a thread. Try to get me in the pool, and I might drown because I'm sleepy. But we had a blast with our crew. Love you guys very, very much. Looking forward to this year's trip wherever we're going.
Yeah.
But those are memories that our kids will forever have embedded in their minds and their hearts. The house that we stayed at was phenomenal.
It was.
It was like 15 bedrooms. It was a lot.
Comfortable for all of us.
Yeah,
man.
we were not on top of each other. The groceries was crazy. The meals was crazy.
But every family took a day for a particular meal, so
we did.
The coordination was amazing. I mean,
was.
I loved it.
I did
The
too.
highlight was Lorenz falling in the pool, and she was out shopping, and I'm like, dang, I gotta call my wife and tell her this, and I don't even know how she's gonna respond. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Look, the fellas, you can understand. I didn't know if I was supposed to call her or if I was supposed to wait till she got back to the house to tell her. I didn't know which one was the better choice, you feel me? So I made the choice to call. I figured she'd get all that steam out while she gone with her girlfriends. And then when she gets back, she'll be a little more level-headed. And it worked. It did work. She came back. She checked on Lorenz. He was fine. Nothing crazy happened. But that was a foreshadow of things to come that we're going to get to.
Yes. We were either in Sam's Club or Costco, and he called me, and I was hot.
Yeah, no, you was hot.
What happened? Okay.
And, anytime your spouse leaves with, everything's okay, just want to let you know what happened, something crazy happened.
You already know it is something about to go down.
Yeah.
Something crazy, but he was fine, and yeah.
All right, so let's see. August, I spent time in New Orleans. That ain't nothing too serious.
I was chilling for the rest of the year. I didn't really do much of nothing for real.
Yeah, September. Was this another staycation? No, that's October.
You did do a staycation. You
In
did a
October,
couple.
I did, not in September.
Okay.
September, we was just kicking it.
I mean, listen, that was the fall season. I was soccer mom, swim
That's right.
mom,
School started back up and
band
everything.
mom.
Yup,
Like I
yup.
was in full mom mode, and I loved it because I was also still like working, but
Oh wait, we need to go back. October. I missed something about October. I went to North Carolina.
oh, to the
Yeah, I
conference.
went to my dissent conference. I was in my activism bag, and I met
Yes.
up with a lot of other activists, and we had great conversation just about how to protect ourselves, especially with the new era of Trump and all the charges and stuff that Trump is doing, and seeing other people that are doing the work and getting all the ideas of cybersecurity and how to create narratives and how to combat narratives. It was great. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of work, but it was a lot of fun. I don't want to skip over that.
Yeah. Also in October, you and the teenagers went to go see Demon Slayer.
That was October.
Uh huh.
Oh, I was in August already, but okay. October we did. Me and the kids went to go see
Yes.
Demon Slayer, which was a
Yes.
lot of fun. We actually went twice because we had to bring our homegirl Sanaya with us the second
Yes.
time. And so yeah, that was October. October is also when we had brunch in the house.
Oh, we did. Yes.
Brunch with the Souffrant's a lot of fun.
So now that our house is renovated, we love to entertain people. We love to
Nope.
feed people. I like to cook, contrary to maybe what my children may say.
She can cook.
Hold on,
Like to cook is you like to cook.
I like to cook when the kids are gonna eat the food. If it just sits there, they're like, "What is this?"
What about your man? Though? You don't like to cook when your
You
man gonna
get
eat the food.
fed all the time.
We talking about food though, babe. We talking about the things you put on the stove.
You gotta pick your battles.
Oh, I mean, if that's the case, I mean, keep doing what you're doing.
Okay, I thought he's fed.
So,
Nutrition all through him. But hey, y'all went to go see the.
but I really like the fact that we went to go see Demon Slayer. That was really me bonding with the kids on anime. Like that was a daddy kid moment. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like, yeah, that
And
was
it's
awesome.
hard because we are a family of 7. Everybody got something going on.
Yep.
Like even the 5-year-old, like she was in soccer.
She was in
She
soccer.
took up my Saturday mornings.
Yeah, he was a soccer
Hours
mom.
actually, because nobody was allowed to stay home. If she's got
Yeah, we
soccer
all
game,
went.
we all are at the soccer game.
That's a fact.
And we all were. So and we were there to support her. She was the littlest one on the team.
But she
And
scored a few times.
She scored a few times. We're so proud of her. She's like, I want to do it again. I said, okay, girl.
And Nala was doing swimming.
Nyla did swimming. She loves swimming.
You know,
We did a couple things for the others in between. Like Naima would do a couple things. LJ, he was just wrapped up in band. That is like prime time band season. From games to parades. And actually before school had started, I had to sign the form with, was it Gatorade? Who was it?
oh
We
right,
had
for
to
that
sign.
performance.
No. They were sponsoring. So they had a sponsor that, because unfortunately our football team at my son's high school has not won a game since I believe 2016. So I think they
like
have
the longest
the
losing
longest
streak.
losing streak ever. So they have.
To be a winner at losing is insane to me. I need to, you know what I'm gonna do next
Lord
year? I'm gonna
Jesus.
do my motivational speaking to the coach and to the team. If they win one game, I'm set. I'm hitting the media. We taking off.
Go for it. Go
Man,
for
the
it.
speaker that changed the record.
There you go. So we had some forms to sign because they got some sponsorships, which was really dope. You know,
Because they took off on TikTok.
yes, and I mean we got really close one game, but we didn't quite make it as far as when. But the band is still fire though.
Right.
Y'all not really touching that band. They are really
they are
really
fire.
good. And shout out to the percussion section because that's my son's section. But yeah, that was
That's
really
October.
dope. November, man, oh man, we stayed. You had a staycation. I see it right here. You had
Dang,
a whole
another one.
staycation. Yeah, you had a
Well,
lot
I
of
needed.
stay-
I've been busy this.
He's
this
been
year.
very very busy. We had a son's birthday. We
Yup.
got parent stuff. We did a recording with the Carters. So shout out to the Carters.
Oh
Chatting
yeah,
with the Carters. I don't
that
think our episode has aired yet, but it's
is
coming.
coming. Yeah,
It's really,
it's
really
fire.
dope.
Yeah, it's fire.
Love working with them.
Yeah,
Um,
Thanksgiving was fire. My lodge did a Thanksgiving giveaway where we helped two families. We gave two families $200 each
nice.
towards Thanksgiving dinner. So shout out to Pyramid Lodge 238. We doing the work.
Yes. I
Um,
went to see Zootopia with the middle child.
yes, you did.
We went really, really early in the morning. Got that done. We actually did like Thanksgiving twice as
We did
well.
twice. Yes, we
I
did.
cooked at home and I still cooked to go over my homegirl's house. And that was fun.
You made the baby shower meatballs.
I did make
You
the
know, you,
baby
you know the
shower
out of
meatball
wedlock baby shower meatballs. She figured out the recipe, and it's
because
fire.
I can cook. So
Oh, she can cook. Oh, listen. There's no question about if she can. I'm just saying, sometimes I want this mother turkey with the rice without it being you know,
a holiday.
invite thing. Yeah, like just for the man. You don't even got to make it for the kids. Kids can keep eating their cereal, but make your
I don't
man
even buy cereal
some
anymore.
oxtails with some. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Because you be throwing
I
down.
got you, babe. I got you.
All right, December.
December to remember. Here we are.
So we at the end of the year.
End of the year.
My birthday month.
His birthday month.
Holding it down, 39.
Yes, you are.
I did all my accomplishments on Facebook. Maybe we'll put it up,
Sure.
for the
Yes.
things that I forgot to say.
Right.
But yeah, man, I had an amazing birthday because we went to
We
Cancun.
did.
Shout out to Grandma for coming down, watching your grandkids, or them watching you. I don't know which way it went, but
Somebody
I was
was.
watching each other. And boy, we had a time. I can't talk too much about that,
No.
but we had a time. Now, for the right price, I might talk about it.
Mm.
But for the free, just know we had a time. And those that know that we had a time.
I don't know who knows.
Oh, no, you know who knows. They know that they know, but they're the only ones that know.
Anywho,
So we had a time.
December we went on vacation, came back from vacation, and really have hit the ground running ever since.
Yeah.
We have really nonstop. We stopped like yesterday. Yesterday is
Yeah,
probably our
yesterday
first
was.
day.
I
So
slept
we've been
all
back
day.
home for 2 weeks.
Now, before the vacay, let me back up and go back to November just real quick. Because that's when me and Irvly Productions, we sat down, built our calendar, had our setup, created our system. So that's why in 2026, when you see this rollout, it was well thought out, and I can't thank Irvly Productions enough for their sponsorship and their support.
Absolutely.
If you want this high quality type of stuff, you gotta link up with them because he knows what he's doing for real.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
I want to make sure I get that out there because we started recording as soon as Thanksgiving. Like we don't like we ain't well once we had the plan locked in, we ain't waste no time. And we both was like, dang, why would we choose to record on Wednesday before Thanksgiving? Like it wasn't gonna be, you know what I mean? But the wife was really supportive of this come up, and we've been having a blast ever since. So yeah,
Now we got to get this ball rolling. We have a lot to share to the community.
Absolutely.
So for this upcoming 2026 year, it's just the beginning of our community work. And when I say community, it is us sharing our time and our gifts with everyone at large.
Yeah.
Whoever it's for, whatever ears it lands on, whoever heart is you know, touched, you know, it's for you.
That's right. That's right.
And even with the production that he's been doing, I was like, oh, wait a minute. You're not about to leave your wife out of the equation. I've been on a little hiatus. I understand and I know it's been intentional, right? But so I've been in my bag. Actually, this whole time I've have been low key offline. I have been working behind the scenes. Oh, there's something we forgot too. I've been working behind the scenes on a couple projects that are going to be live in the next few weeks. And I'm very proud of them. I'm very excited about them. And
As you should.
and the impact is going to be large
Absolutely.
at the very least. and I'm super excited.
And you should be.
But something I've just thought about that we forgot to talk about was that somebody has a trademark.
Oh yeah, I forgot what month that was.
That was June.
Okay, thank you. Yeah,
Hmm.
June, because you set all that up for me, babe.
I did. It was his Father's Day gift for
Yeah.
2025. I got his
Restoring masculinity,
yes.
trademarked. I could talk about it all now. It's protected legally. So it's about to go down. Thank you, babe, for that.
Yes, yes,
That was a surprise for me,
yeah,
and I appreciate it.
yes. You're welcome.
Yes.
For what I see, I won't say I hear, right? Because there are certain. He is a life coach, so I protect. I not really protect, but I provide that level of privacy for you and your clients.
Right.
There is a level that I already foresaw him going, and he can't go to those levels being not protected. Like
Right.
I couldn't let him not be protected. So I had to make sure my man stuff was together. Actually, I need to put in a trademark this week for
Oh yeah,
myself.
nah. What you about to do? Yeah, you need to trademark that. Hmm.
So
Yeah.
2026, y'all can expect to see the Souffrants in whatever light that he's got his thing.
Yep.
I got my thing. If you connect to either one of us, we're grateful. We're thankful. Um,
But we can't end till we talk about Lorenz.
oh, yes.
We got to at least end there
Yes.
because our son.
That's probably our top moment of 2025.
It
That
not
is
probably that
that is
is.
the top moment of
You
2025.
want to talk about things that God did? You
Woo!
know,
I'm not gonna cry.
right?
You
That's
can go ahead and
all
talk
we
about
hearing,
it.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Lorenz got his trach removed,
Yes.
and had to understand he had a trach from day 2 or 3, if not day 1.
No, he had surgery. His first surgery was when he was 2 days old.
Yeah,
But he had a trach when he was 3 months old.
that's right, in
After his
Birmingham.
heart surgery.
Yeah, after his heart surgery,
Uh huh.
and so he had. I mean, me and her, we both knew. I remember telling her that he wouldn't have it forever,
Mm-hmm.
and she would say, "But even if he does," I'm like, "I know, but he won't."
Mm-hmm.
And I wish I could give y'all the words to tell you what God told me. And I was never rushing God, but I believed him. I knew that this wouldn't be forever. And he got his trach removed. He's doing well. If you see him, he's amazing.
He's still talking.
I mean,
All he do is
and
talk.
eating apparently. It ain't do
Love
nothing.
him. He hasn't skipped a beat. He
Yeah.
had surgery on Monday. He wanted to go back to school on Tuesday, and I was like,
Yeah.
no. And
He went back
he
on
went he,
Wednesday.
he went to school on Wednesday,
Then he did
and
a
then he
performance.
did a performance at his school on Thursday.
Yep.
So we talk about the resilience of a child. I mean, there's really nothing he cannot do,
No.
and we stand behind him 10 toes down.
Yes.
We stand behind families that are going through similar situations. Your child may not have a trait, but they may have other mechanisms to allow their life to be normal. It's completely okay.
Yeah.
You have to create your own cadence to your life now.
That's it.
And that's okay. Nobody can curate that for you. Don't allow people to overwhelm you, right? Because there's enough that you got to take care of.
Yeah.
And you just do the best that you can. That's really all it's all about. And
Absolutely.
your life will look different. That's okay. That's all right. But make it the best life possible, which is the
Absolutely.
goal.
See, you could do this life coaching stuff.
Nope.
Cece had her surgery also.
Oh,
Just want to shout her out in
yes,
case she
my
see
baby.
this.
Yes, yes. She has surgery on her foot.
So yeah, man, what can I say? 2025 has been an amazing year. This was an extremely long video, and we skipped over some things. I know we did,
That's okay.
but that just shows how good God is. And we wanted to drop this video, not really for us, but really to inspire and encourage those of you who have been following us, those of you who have been supporters of us. I want you to know that we love you and we thank you. And this year has been full of ups and downs, but more ups than downs. And it is truly the setup for what's coming in 2026. And in 2026, we will need your support like none other. So please subscribe to our channels. Follow us on every bit of social media. And if we provide a service that you really need, reach out to us because we're doing this for you guys. God has been so good. I'll be honest with you. Really, if God did nothing more for us, we would be riding in the sunset because he's done so much for us. But I know that there's more that God wants for you through us. And we're just being obedient. That's really what we're doing. But this wrap up was more for you than it was for us. We celebrate life every day, literally every day. Every time we go out to eat, like, y'all celebrate anything? And what do I say?
Celebrating life.
Celebrating life is
Yeah.
what we do. And so we thank you. We love you. We the Souffrants. Any last words, babe?
Catch y'all in 2026.
Let's catch y'all in 2026.
Gang, gang.
Peace.